first episode opens with a college guy named Zion learning to meditate from a hotel staffer. Let us calm our chattering monkey minds. But he's distracted by a strange sound, which he identifies as gunshots. He sees people running and ducking for cover, and as more shots rings out, Zion wades through a knee-deep pool looking for his mother. He takes a moment to ask a Buddhist statue to, "Please let my mom be okay." But when more shots are fired, he gets angry. "I said, don't let anything happen to my mother," and as sirens blare, we see a dead body float by. We flash back to a week earlier, with a boat full of guests arriving at the White Lotus Resort in Thailand. Timothy and Rick get off on the wrong foot immediately, with Timothy objecting to Rick's cigarette smoke. Timothy is there with his wife Victoria and their 3 kids, and Rick is there with his much younger girlfriend Chelsea. Also on board, Season 1's Belinda and Laurie, Jaclyn, and Kate. At the resort, we meet security guard Gaitok, who gives hotel staffer Mook a ride to work so she can greet the guests as they arrive. Chelsea gushes about how pretty Mook is, but Rick just grumbles, "Please stop talking." Victoria brags that her daughter Piper came here to write her thesis on Buddhism, and the 3 ladies reveal they've been friends since they were 9, but don't call them old friends. Longtime friends. They perk up too when they see the resort's muscle-bound health mentor Valentine. Plus, Belinda is here to soak up knowledge and bring it back to Maui with her, she tells spa manager Pornchai. Victoria sniffs, "We usually stay in the Caribbean," as she and her family get settled in their suite. They're stunned, though, when a hotel staffer tells them there's no Wi-Fi in the rooms. In fact, she asks to collect their phones and devices for the week, but the family quickly rejects that. In their room, Chelsea tells Mook that she used to be a yoga teacher, and Rick barely works. Rick wants to know more about the resort owner Shritala and her husband, and he's disappointed to learn the husband is ill and back in Bangkok. Once they're alone, Chelsea encourages him to get a facial, but he shrugs her off. She tells him, "You've got issues." In the ladies' suite, Jaclyn makes sure everyone likes their rooms. She's a TV actress, and she set up this trip, and she and Kate rave to each other about how great they look. "Oh, and Laurie looks good too," they add. They toast to a week of new memories. The guests start to mingle. Saxon lays out by the pool, and when he sees Chelsea arrive, makes sure to parade in front of her shirtless. Piper visits a Buddhist temple, but her brother Lachlan would rather join Saxon at the pool, and Victoria just wants to take a nap. Timothy, though, gets an urgent call from someone at the Wall Street Journal. With Lachlan by his side, Saxon tries to flirt with the 3 ladies, and then Chelsea at the pool, but they ignore him. He's not daunted, though. "It's a numbers game," he tells Lachlan. At dinner that night, Timothy and Victoria both pressure Lachlan about what college he's going to. He wants Duke, she wants North Carolina, and Rick scoffs at the local cuisine. Belinda smiles when she sees an older black couple dining at another table, and Timothy finally answers the call from the Wall Street Journal, where a reporter is working on a story about his former co-worker's ties to Brunei. Timothy claims not to know anything about it, but he definitely looks flustered. Oh, and later, Rick scrolls through old photos of Shritala with her husband. What's the connection there, we wonder? Chelsea is alone at the hotel bar when she's joined by another young woman, a model who also has an annoying boyfriend. They live in a house right near the resort, and she points him out, and it's Greg, Tanya's ex from the first 2 seasons. He's living it up on Tanya's money. The girl and Chelsea decide to get drunk together, and we already have a bad feeling about this. The 3 ladies are drunk when they get back to their room, and Jaclyn and Kate are still gushing over each other. And then they turn to Laurie, and Laurie, everything you do is just so hard. Laurie turns in for the night, but she can see Kate and Jaclyn giggling without her from her room, and she sobs a bit to herself. In bed that night, Saxon complains to Lachlan about their sister Piper. She's pretty hot, but I don't think she's ever been laid before. He's much more a materialist than a Buddhist. It's good to want things, as long as you can get them. Speaking of wanting things, he's not sure how to pleasure himself with his brother in the room, so he takes his tablet to the bathroom, bearing all as he shuts the door, with his brother watching. Timothy is still fuming as he goes to bed, and Victoria tries to soothe him, telling him how great his life is, but he doesn't look very comforted.